When you're done with your tile design, I will cut a piece of a clay slab to fit your tile design. First thing you want to do is take a damp finger and smooth over the surface of your slab. Any little holes or texture in the piece, just try to smooth it out and get rid of those. Place your design on top of your clay slab. Hold it with one finger and using a dull pencil, trace your design. You want to make sure that your pencil is not too sharp because too sharp will cut the edges of your clay and make jagged lines. We want nice smooth lines. So I'm going to hold my design in place, and using my pencil, I'll gently trace along my design. When you do this, it's easier if you hold your pencil straight up and down. Now that I have my design outlined, I can go back and add the little details on the inside of my design. I'm just gently pressing down with the tip of my pencil to get those lines on my piece. And to check your work, to see if you've traced a line, gently touch it with your finger to see if there's a little texture there. You don't want to lift up your design because you may move your image and then things will be off. So just touch it to see if there's some texture there. That'll let you know if you traced or not. When you're done, gently remove your design to make sure that all of the parts of your image have been traced enough. If there's anything that needs to be gone over again, gently press your pencil into the paper to trace those details. You may get some paper stuck to your clay, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Once you have your image traced on the clay, you can take your stick and start cutting out your design. When you cut, you want to make sure that you hold your stick straight up and down. Don't cut at an angle because that will leave jagged edges. You want to hold your stick like a flag and cut straight down through the clay. After you've cut out your tile, you want to take a damp finger and smooth out the edges of your tile. Doing this will make it so that when it dries and when it's fired, you don't have any rough edges that can cut your hand or chip off. If you get a little bit of clay on your finger like that, just take a little piece of paper and wipe it off. You can also wipe it on your apron. Now that your edges are smooth, you can go over your lines with a pencil for thick lines or a toothpick for fine lines. I like to use this technique where you draw your lines and go over them with a finger and redraw them. That helps you get a nice, deep, smooth line. As you go, you'll get little bits of clay on the tip of your pencil or toothpick and on your piece, but to get rid of them, just keep smoothing it out and going back over those lines. At this point, you also may want to take out your design to compare your tile to your drawing. So I'm going to take my design and notice all the details that I've drawn on my apple. I'm gonna try to copy those onto my clay tile. If you have little bits of paper from where you traced your design, you can lift them off gently with the edge of a toothpick. If you don't get rid of them all, that's okay. They will come out when we fire the tiles. Try to capture as much detail as possible. Think about how you can add texture to make your artwork a little more interesting. Here I have a little tree design that I created. I'm going back over it with a toothpick to gently add some texture for the branches and leaves. When you're done, make sure you write your name on your paper. Put first and last. Then gently lift up your design by the paper and bring it over to the storage bin. If your piece is finished, let me know. I'll fire it. If you're still working on it, you'll have the rest of Thursday to finish this process.